Good morning. Good morning. So I was trying to think of how I could send over my template, and I put together the swipe files or pages of different headlines and stuff for the different products that I'm going to send over to you, and I will actually explain to you how you can use these in whatever how you can use them in whatever it is you're doing. And then when it came to the structure, the template of landing pages themselves and where to put words and how to use them, I was like, man, the best way I could actually show you is by doing it how I would usually train people on this kind of stuff. So I won't take up too much of your time. I'll make this super fast. But what I wanted to go over is like we talked about, what words, how to use them, where to put stuff, and then exactly how to use the headlines that I sent over. So before I actually go over this and explain anything, I kind of have to go over a concept that was taught to me before I started generating leads for the automobile industry, which actually transformed everything. And basically, I went from making $9 an hour, handing out basketballs behind the desk of a YMCA about 4 years ago, and I learned this very simple concept, the hook, story, offer. And within 2 years, I was running the digital marketing department of one of the largest Chevy dealerships in Michigan, generating leads, like just using this very simple concept. And so I was running ads one time, and my boss got kind of pissed because all of a sudden I had ads coming in, I had people filling out forms, lead forms from different states. And I was like, oh man, that's going to cause a bit of a problem because they obviously can't even come by. And I had to go explain why we were paying for leads that were in other states. And so I was trying to figure this out, and that's actually when I stumbled on the hook, the story, the offer, and I was like, oh man, cool! I can just structure my ads and my pages like this, and everything will just work out. I set it up, and I found out it wasn't just as easy as I thought it was going to be, and that I actually had to dig into who I was targeting to properly use the hook, the story, the offer. But once I did that, that was when I was able to we were able to generate hundreds of thousands of dollars of leads for the dealership, and I started doing it for real estate and then different industries. And so the hook, the story, and the offer, this is going to go across design, this is going to go through ads. I'm not going to go through all of that. I'm going to explain how to use it inside of the structure of the page. So imagine if you're fishing, and like I was saying, I was generating leads from different states, and I needed to figure out the exact person that I needed to, that when I generated that lead, it was actually going to be useful for us. And so I learned this concept of the hook, the story, the offer. It's kind of like a fisherman that went out and wanted to catch catfish, but he went out fishing with minnows. I don't know if you know anything about fishing, but in order to catch catfish, like shrimp in their bottom feeders or something like that. And so I learned that when it came to advertising, I had to know exactly who I wanted to bring in, because that was going to determine what I used to hook them in, and how to capture their attention. So let's say that this page right here is the Live Canna Energy Capsule. Okay. And what I want to do is, at the very top of it, there's a headline. Okay, there's a headline, and the reason is because we lose people's attention within 3 seconds of showing up on our landing page. And so there needs to be this big grabbing headline that says, hey, perfect customer, I have exactly what you're looking for, but I need you to stop and I need you to go to the next step. And so the headline, what I used with the Live Canna one was our best kept secret to better energy, or try a free sample of our best kept secret to better energy, or something like that. And so that was the hook. Okay, better energy, because I knew that with the capsule I was looking for people that were low energy. And so my hook there, and I sent over a bunch of different headlines, and it'll all make sense once I'm done. And so the hook, it was our best kept secret to better energy, and you never know until you test like which headlines are working and stuff. And then the next step was, so I captured their attention. Someone with low energy is like, ooh, wait a second, I need better energy. What's this? Now, the story portion of it is incredibly important. So I hooked their attention, the exact person I'm looking for. I'm like, hey, person with low energy, I have a solution for better energy. Check this out. And they're like, oh, cool, I'm interested. And now they go to the story portion of it. Now, the story portion of it is I can't go in depth, but anytime you see like a video on a page and it's converting and it's been there for a long time, they've actually tested the structure of this story, and there's a structure inside of how you talk about a product, or how you introduce a product, or how you share the product, in that story there, that will get them to take the action. And so knowing exactly who you're targeting helps with the hook. Obviously, I'm targeting people with low energy, better energy, and then my story here, maybe I would have a description of the product, its benefits, it's whatever it is that's going to amplify the person that I hooked in. And then right below that would be the call to action. This doesn't have to be a video. This could be an image. This can be a GIF. This can be a written bullets. A lot of testing's been done in different lead funnels, and not by me personally. I've done a lot of testing personally, but by other people that spend millions of dollars a year testing funnels and stuff. This structure has proven to work very, very, very well. And so one thing you'll see here is this little squiggly line. So in the page, I have the headline, which is that hook. I'm going to have my video, my image, whatever it is that's going to tell a story, a little story about how the person I hooked in is going to benefit from why I hooked them. And then the call to action can be submit your information, click here to get more information, go to the next site, get your free sample, whatever the call to action is, it's going to be right there, right below it. Now, when you're on a computer monitor, this is very important, and this was something I actually looked over when I first started doing this a few years back. Look, that's a computer monitor, okay? I'm a marketing strategist. I'm not an artist, but let's say that's your keyboard. Blah 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 blah. Okay, so what needs to happen is this page right here, this hook, the headline, the story, the video, whatever is describing the product and the benefits, and the call to action button, this all needs to fit inside of the screen on a desktop. And then that section also needs to fit nicely inside of the full screen, where you don't have to scroll at all on a cell phone. This is very, 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 very important. A lot of times, if the button is cut off there, people don't even know to scroll unless you have a reason to give them to scroll. Okay, I don't know if you can see that or it makes sense, but sorry, it looks like my 7-month-old drew a cell phone. I don't know if that, so imagine this is the landing page that you built. That section, that first section that tells that's the headline, the video, and the call to action, just needs to fit inside of the desktop monitor, and then it needs to fit inside the cell phone screen evenly, okay? Because there's more sections to your page. And so let's actually, instead of thinking of this as the Live Canna funnel, let's think of this as your free trial, okay? So I could have done that in the beginning. My head's a little foggy right now. So free trial, or your 2-day trial, 2-day. Okay, so you have your headline, your free 2-day trial. You have your story. What exactly is the trial? You have the call to action, which is going to open up a lead form. A lot of times that doesn't do it for people. People want to scroll down and they need a little bit more. Okay, so the next section is going to follow the exact same steps. You're going to have a hook. You're going to have a story, and you're going to have an offer or a call to action. When you hear me say offer, it's because a lot of times when people click that button, you're giving them something in return. So when people click this button for right now, you're giving them a free 2-day trial in return. So that's why I call it an offer. Then the next section down, testimonies. It's the same exact thing. The headline, the hook would be, look at the magnificent things our current customers are saying right now. And then the story would be their testimony, offer. And then testimony, 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 offer, testimony, 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 offer. And that way you're keeping the hook, story, offer trend up for every single section. Then the bottom section, money back guarantee. The headline, the hook could be, don't worry, you get to try it for 30 days without risk-free. And then the story is, I know with your products, 30 days no matter what, and 90 days if it's unopened. Buy now, offer, or request more info, or get your sample. So throughout the page, you keep this, every section is going to be broken into a hook, a story, and then a call to action or an offer. That's why less words is actually more. So with your free 2-day trial, I would have our 2-day trial that has been transforming the lives of Americans, or whoever, something I can help with a headline for that one specifically. I actually don't think I produced any headlines for the 2-day trial. I can do that. And then the story, and then the call to action. And the next section could be, before you try anything else to elevate your energy, take a look at this. And then it's a person dropping a capsule in their mouth, and it's like, elevate your brain, elevate your mood, elevate your lifestyle, call to action, and then test. And so you're using little words, and I won't go super into that. I have an exercise that helps with copy and exactly what little trigger words to use and on certain things, where you dive deep into knowing exactly who you're targeting. I don't know what that looks like in network marketing, especially when you're trying to make a generic funnel where everyone can use it, because the targeted audience, it becomes different. But this is the evergreen structure right here. And if you know exactly who you're looking for, so say in this little section here, if I'm looking for 35 to 45-year-old men that are woken up by, or women that they're stay-at-home moms, and they're up breastfeeding all night, and so my hook could be here up all night with your children and need a little break from the exhaustion. And then it's a mom holding her child, dropping a capsule in her mouth. And it's just no more mommy fog, no more mommy brain, mommy excitement, offer. And that's just one example of how to, if you knew exactly who you're targeting, how you could use trigger words that would actually push the person that you're influencing, or you're targeting, or trying to actually take an action. It's kind of like a magnifying glass. If you've ever tried to set something on fire with a magnifying glass, it works very similarly. You have to know exactly what you're looking for, and once you find what you're looking for, you put the magnifying glass over it, but then you kind of got to shift it and tilt it to where you're focusing the energy exactly on what you're looking for, or the target that you're looking for. And that's how you set a little fire. And once you're able to narrow that energy on exactly who you're looking for, then that's where flames start. But that's my little knowing your target audience rant. But this is the structure here. I hope this was helpful. Now, how to use the headlines that I sent over. So what you can do is actually, there's 3 pages, one for the hemp oil, one for the Live Canna capsule, and one for the balm. And it's a whole bunch of headlines. Some of them don't make sense, some of them do, but you can use these for different things. These can be used for Facebook posts. These can be used for advertising, for ads. These can be used for the headlines for each section, the hook for each section. So you'll find one headline would be a 2-day trial that will boost your energy and help you sleep all in one. And they're like, oh, what is that? And then they see the 2-day trial, and it's like, oh, try that. And they're like, okay, maybe I need a little bit more information. The 2-day trial has the 2-day trial is a double whammy packer gun, just packed with full of value. And then it shows the pack here, and it's just this was worth this, and you get it for this. Call to action, testimonies, amazing testimonies of people that tried the 2-day trial and their results. I can't believe people are getting results after 2 days only. And then you show the testimonies. Wow, no one's doing money back like this, 30 days, 90 days. And so what you're doing is just like, you're constantly like, you're all of the hooks, every single hook is like a pain point that someone would have against your product. And so that's why it's hard to do this in a matter of 20 minutes. But understanding the pain points of the customer helps a lot with the headlines. And I think when it comes to an energy capsule or hemp oil, I think we could figure that out without a whole lot of testing and all of that. But I hope this makes sense. Quick recap: the hook, the story, offer. You got to know your audience so that you know what's going to hook their attention. Story, same thing. Got to know your audience. Have to have a solid story that's structured to influence the person to take an action. And then the offer is obviously going to be the 2-day trial. And the buttons, the colors of the buttons. It's important that they're not black or blue. That they are like a light, like where it pops. Like if it's the only thing that color, like if it's the only thing you decide to make yellow on the page or just like lime green on the page, like that's something to do it with the buttons, with the call to action. It's not going to look funny. It's not going to look silly. Some of the most converting landing pages are the most simple. It's this. One of the most converting lead funnel pages is this right here, this top section. It's a headline, it's a video, and a call to action button. That is it. And it's like a white background, like a yellow button and like red letters on top. And it looks like a McDonald's lead funnel, and it converts higher than most funnels in the digital marketing realm today. So I hope this helped. And then, like I said, keeping each section and making sure that the hook, the story, the offer, the headline, the information, and the button gets inside of the screen. And then, like I said, break every section into hook to story to offer. If you need help with the story or what kind of pictures, if you notice, this is very simple. And I could actually send you the URLs, the examples of mine that have been working. But again, very, very simple. You're keeping it simple. A headline, a video, a call to action button. And I don't know if you have someone that helps you with this. Whoever's doing your videos, they seem to know what they're doing. There's actually a way. So the reason that funnels, I'm going to end with this because I don't want to keep you too much longer. The reason that funnels are so helpful is because they do a lot of the selling for you. And this is one of the biggest distinctions between a funnel and a website is a website. The individual that's sending the person to the website has to do all the selling. They have to do hey man, you look like do you work out? Yeah. Hey, I think I got something that you're interested in. Would you be open to taking a look? And they're like, oh yeah, I'd be open to taking a look. Cool. If I sent you some information, can we connect tomorrow? Yeah, cool, blah, blah, blah. And then they send them to the site, and that person, if they knew how to recruit or they knew how to do whatever they were doing, they could get them there, and the person might take the call to action. Now, imagine someone that knows nothing about sales or nothing about recruiting or anything, and they're like, hey man, I heard you say CBD. You want to try a free trial or something? And they're like, yeah. And then that person, they go to this and it's like, the best kept 2-day trial in the hemp industry always. And then the story is like, is Austin saying, hey man, I was feeling really stressed out and I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to try. I tried all kinds of things. And then someone introduced me to this trial pack. And I was skeptical at first, but I saw all of the freaking testimonies, and I saw so many testimonies and so many good things happening that I had to try it. And so I bought a pack, and when it got to my house, I just kind of let it sit in the mail, and I just kind of forgot about it. And I remember it was stressful. And when I opened it, it was so amazing because they had these cool little snap packs inside. And I thought it was going to be this little clunky bottle that I had to deal with, but they had these snap packs that made it so simple to squeeze this oil into my mouth. It was so amazing. And then on top of that, they threw in these 2 capsules, and I know they gave me like twice as much value than what I received. Man, I can't believe what I got out of this 2-day trial pack. If this is something you're interested in, click the button below. I mean, if not, let us know and we can send you some more information. Imagine that story being there, and now them having the opportunity to be the call to action. And they're like, wow, man, that person had tremendous experience. Maybe I need a little bit more information. And then it says, how to not have a drag on a Wednesday. And it's like a picture of me popping my capsule, and it's just like lit energy, brain stimulated, like nonstop movement. Call to action, get your free sample now. Testimonies, the testimonies that changed that transformed my mind to hemp oil. And then it's just like everybody's testimonies. Try. The money back guarantee that is unlike any other in any other company. And then it's just like hook, story, offer, hook, story, offer, hook, story, offer, hook, story, offer. And you just keep hitting them over and over and over and over again, all to capture their information. Sorry, I get freaking jacked up when we start talking about like funnels and all that stuff. So, and then I won't at all get into this right now because I won't, and we can another time. But then the next portion of it where they submit their information, let's say email, and they get it. The email sequence that goes out, that is so vital in being able to introduce other funnels. So moving them from a 2-day trial funnel to like a full pack trial, or moving them over to like a webinar or to like an opportunity webinar. And that's where having like other funnels, set up, where you can actually move them from a 2 free-day trial from the email into a different funnel. But yeah, okay. I'm going to stop geeking out on all this. I hope this helped. I hope this wasn't too long. Please let me know if you have any questions. And thank you guys so much for all the content you guys have produced over the years. To be quite honest, when I started getting into all of this stuff and teaching people on whiteboards, and I was watching your guys' videos, and I was watching like Bob Heilig and every single freaking Eric Worre video, and every person that was doing like live videos, and I was piecing together my own content, and it kind of all led into this. So you guys played a huge role in actually me being able to give back to you guys. So thank you guys so much for everything you guys have produced and given to other people. I hope this helped.